Hello, I'm Coach Natalie, and welcome to this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies. Well, as promised, we have another sweep, and today is the Pendulum sweep. Now, in some cases, the Pendulum sweep, the flower sweep, the elevator sweep, they have a lot in common, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. In any case, it's pretty simple. Let's check it out. Okay, let's break it down. So, the pendulum sweep gets its name from the fact that you're kind of swinging your leg, at least one of your legs, in a circle, kind of as like a pendulum. Without a dummy here, you're going to have your dummy in your guard. Of course, you're going to secure one arm. Next thing I'm going to do is I need to get to a 90-degree angle as much as possible. Now, if I was working with a real person, they would have a knee here that would be very accessible. As it is, my dummy kind of lays a little flatter. Also, she doesn't have the weight of a real person. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be putting my foot on the floor and getting myself to a 90-degree angle. Then it makes it easy to grab this leg. Now, two things we could. If they're wearing a gi, we can actually grab the fabric, the side of the leg, or if they're doing a no gi situation, I can actually just underhook their leg. But in any case, I want to secure the arm and get to a 90-degree angle, securing this leg. The last thing I want to do is I want to move both my legs forward. Now, this leg wants to go in a diagonal. This leg wants to swing in a semicircle. So, you get the pendulum swing. Now, with a dummy, again, my dummy here, she's in my guard, like with all sweeps. Of course, I'm securing this hand. This foot allows me to turn to a 90-degree angle. Now, if I can grab her leg and she's, wearing a pair of pants, then I'm going to do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to underhook this leg. But the last thing I want to do is move my legs kind of in this diagonal here. And you get the pendulum sweep. Again, without a dummy. Now, some common mistakes would be that you actually want to bring them towards you. We want to use our knees to do that. Some people grab onto a gi top and pull them. It's best to, control people in your guard using your legs. As I've mentioned with the flower sweep, that if you're actually grabbing the person's gi pant, again, if you pull them towards you, that's really going to lighten this leg and give you a lot more fabric to work with. Just like every sweep, of course you want to secure the arm in the direction towards which we're sweeping. And this is more of a pro tip. When you are trying to move both legs, this one at a diagonal, this one in a circle. I almost feel it's easiest to focus on the leg that's making the circle. So something like that. It's easier to imagine sweeping your legs in a circle than it is kind of at a diagonal. Let's face it, we call this the pendulum sweep. And so pendulums usually move in a circle. And so I think by focusing this one leg as a circle, the other leg's going to follow along, you know, naturally. So let's check it out one more time. Again, they're going to be in your guard. You're going to be securing this hand. If they're actually sitting upright, like they're a human, you would be able to grab the knee. And then they would have enough weight and you can actually grab this leg and you can actually pull yourself to a 90-degree angle. Otherwise, you might have to help yourself move to that 90-degree angle by putting one foot on the ground, which then of course allows you to pivot and grab this fabric. And the last thing is the legs are going to be rising in this direction. And you'll end up in the mount. So I hope you enjoy learning these different sweeps. Now, sometimes they'll seem similar, and you're right, a lot of sweeps will have a lot of the same underlying concepts, but usually you're on the bottom, and then through a reversal, you're now at the top. You're trapping that arm towards the direction. Oftentimes, you're going to be trying to pull people into your guard or off base them in some way. It's always easiest to, you know, sweep someone when they, you know, aren't really heavy and having a lot of center of gravity. You're trying to get rid of their base, is what we call that. Well, I'm pretty excited. Our next video, this is going to be our 90th video. And you know me, I try to do something fun every 10 episodes. And so I'll give you this clue. The moves that we're going to be learning, I consider it sometimes by some people a dirty tactic. But you can start using them when you are at blue belt and above in competition. So hope you'll join me next week and we'll learn some more Jiu Jitsu. And thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies.